Ever wonder what your retro video games are worth? Today I am looking at my most expensive video games for one of my favorite systems of all time, and it's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Hello everyone, my name is Scott Galaxy, and this is another episode of The Layman Video Gamer. Now, I am a retro video game collector. You can see some of my collection behind me here, and I started collecting back at the end of 2015 when I repurchased a Sega Dreamcast, probably my favorite system of all time. It's just one of those things where I just, I was like, hey, I used to love the Sega Dreamcast, let me buy another one and play some games that I really loved. So that kind of started me on my path to collecting video games. Now, 6-7 years later, I have 45 different consoles. I have about 1,500 physical games in here. God knows how many digital, but I haven't really looked back since that day. Now, when I got into collecting, I wasn't looking to make money. It was purely nostalgic. It was purely to get that, to have that memory of opening those video games that I love so much, popping them in for the first time. It was basically for that. It was just to relive those moments that I had when I was a child. So money had nothing to do with me starting to collect. However, once you get into collecting, you realize how expensive some of these games truly are today. So some of these games I have had for some years now, and so I thought it'd be fun to go back and just check out some of the most expensive games that I have. The absurdity of some of the prices on these things I think is fascinating, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to look at the top 3 most expensive Sega CD games that I own. So without further ado, let's just get into it, and here is the number 3 most expensive game as of today for the Sega CD. Number 3, The Space Adventure. The Space Adventure is an adventure game that was a sequel, actually, to a Japanese-only game called Cobra, and I don't even want to mess with the name. It's like Kokuroyu no Densetsu. But it was something not released here. It was Japanese only. It was released on the PC Engine only a few years earlier than the release on Sega CD. The Space Adventure Sega CD game was published by Hudson Soft, and it was one of the last games to be published for the Sega CD. And it was also the first anime licensed game to receive a mature rating from the ESRB. Sadly, this game was not reviewed well when it was released. Mostly it was panned for its prepubescent storytelling and humor. However, if you accept that as part of the game going into it and the world that you're playing in, then I think you're actually going to enjoy this one.
Kiss your butt goodbye! Surprise!
I personally just finished this game, and I found it quite fulfilling. And I think the reason I liked it is because it reminded me of all those tacky 80s blockbuster action movies with the cheesy one-liners, and so I was okay with it. I was okay with it. I was okay with it. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. What's the game worth today? Well, according to pricecharting.com, this game is currently valued at $699. That's right, if you want a complete in-box copy of the Space Adventure, you're going to be forking out around $700 to get it. Now, I've seen it go for as much as $825, which is absurd. But the question would be, why is it so high? Well, like anything, it's based on demand. And since these games aren't being produced anymore, and of course this one being one of the last games to be released on the Sega CD, it kind of makes for a valuable collector's item for collectors such as myself. Although I would not spend $700 for this game. I was lucky to get this game for about $300 a few years back, so I kind of lucked out.
Hey, Crystal Creek.
Number 2, Snatcher.
As they steal their victims' bodies in order to take their place, these mysterious invaders become known as Snatchers.
Snatcher is a cyberpunk graphic adventure game developed and published by Konami. This game, if one had to describe it, is a cross between Blade Runner and Terminator. The gameplay and visuals are in the same vein as the Space Adventure, and they're often compared to each other for this specific reason. Unfairly, I think. Mainly because Snatcher has a more serious tone to it, where the Space Adventure doesn't take itself seriously at all.
I'm Gillian Seed. I've been assigned to Junker headquarters effective today.
Oh, you're Mr. Seed. Please forgive me.
Snatcher came out at the end of 1994 and received mainly high marks for its more mature cinematic presentation, which was something most games didn't do at the time. And over the years, its reputation has only grown and is now considered one of the greatest adventure games and best cyberpunk games of all time. Now, don't take my word for it. The popular magazine Electronic Gaming Monthly ranked this game as the 69th best console video game of all time back in 1997.
Metal, introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you, Gillian. I am Metal Gear Mach 2. I am programmed to be your personal assistant.
Metal Gear? That's a pretty weird name.
Now, this is a game that I also finished, and I was not disappointed at all. This game delivers on so many levels, and I can't recommend playing this game enough. However, if you do want to play it nowadays, if you want the actual physical copy of this game for your Sega CD, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. Now again, according to pricecharting.com, a complete in-box copy of Snatcher is now valued at $1,275.91. Gah. I've seen this game go for upwards of $2,500 though. But I think you're probably going to end up paying closer to $1,500 if you want one today. Is it a good game? Yes. Is the game worth $1,275.91? No. You should literally only buy this game if you are a die-hard collector. And the reason I have a copy is because I bought mine a few years ago before the prices skyrocketed. I only paid about half of what it's worth today. Good for me. Number 1, Keo Flying Squadron.
And what were you doing while they were stealing the key from us? You went to get a snack, you fool!
Ow! You don't have to get so upset about a dinky key.
You don't understand anything. It was Dr. Poon who stole it from us. A super intelligent raccoon. His IQ is 1400.
Keo Flying Squadron is a side-scrolling shooter. It's a one-player game, and it is every bit the Japanese goodness that we love. The anime cutscenes and colorful sprites make this game a must-have already, but I don't think North America was really ready for it back in 1994 when this game came out. I mean, sure, there were some outlier reviews that praised the game, but most of the reviews thought it was average at best. But that hardly matters now, though, since Keo Flying Squadron has become a beloved game on the Sega CD over the years and is now the most expensive game on the system, coming in at a whopping $2,979.98 for a complete in-box copy. That's right, $3,000 for a single complete in-box copy Sega CD game. Just one game. Now, I have not completed this game yet, but it is on my to-do list, but I can tell you I am in love with this game. For all the reasons I opened up with, but also because of the phenomenal CD soundtrack. Now, if you're curious, I paid just a little over $1,000 for mine, so I've tripled my money since then, and I got it a few years back. So while it hurt then, knowing that it's worth about $3,000 now, that helps me feel a lot better. So thank you, Keo, thank you.
Hey, Spot, we gotta go. Spot? Are you still sleeping? Wake up!
So there you have it. That is the 3 most expensive games you're ever going to find on the Sega CD system as of today. And I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I hope if you like this content that you stick around for some more. If you do want to see some more, please subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified of all those new episodes. And stick around and check out all the other videos I already have. And I want to thank you one more time for stopping by. I'm Scott Galaxy, and this has been the Layman Video Gamer, and I'll see you next time.